Hey everyone, Andrea here. In this video, we're sharing one of our exclusive group coaching sessions from the Octoqueen Media community. This session is all about stopping last-minute work call-outs and building a strong company culture, something every cleaning business owner can benefit from. I'll walk you through strategies that will help you reduce those unexpected absences and create a team that's reliable and engaged. If you're not a member yet, this is just a small taste of what you'll get by joining our community. Membership is only $29.99 per month or $298 per year, and you can save 20% when you commit annually. We also offer a premium with one-on-one consulting at $1,000 per month. To join and access more coaching like this, check out the link in the description below. Now, let's jump into the session. Hey, so I want to welcome you to today's session. I'm so glad you're here. Today, we're diving into a topic that every business owner has faced at one point or another, and that's employee retention and company culture. More specifically, we'll explore how to create a supportive culture that helps reduce those dreaded employee callouts. I am genuinely excited to get this topic in because I know how challenging it can be and how impactful these strategies can be when done right. Before we jump in, a quick reminder that these group coaching sessions are interactive. So if you have a question, drop it in the chat. If you want to share a story or need personalized advice, let me know and I can give you speaker privileges at the end of the presentation so that we can talk them through. For now, let's get started. So I want to start by sharing a quick story. Not long ago, I was at a franchise event chatting with one of our Octoqueen franchise owners, and I casually asked them how business was going. And they sighed and they said, we had 2 employee call outs today or this week, and I had to cover these shifts myself. I could feel the frustration. If you've ever been in their shoes, you know how it feels. Call outs are disruptive, especially in a service-based business like ours. When someone doesn't show up, it's often you, the owner, who ends up dropping everything to make sure that the job gets done. So what's the solution? Today, I'm going to be sharing strategies to reduce absenteeism and create a culture where employees feel supported and want to show up. So let me go ahead and just make sure I don't have any questions. Okay, let's keep going. So before we tackle the solutions, let's understand the why. Based on what I've seen, here are the top 5 reasons why employees call out. The first is illness or health issues. Everyone gets sick. It's life. When this happens, all we can really do is be understanding and supportive. The next is family responsibilities. Maybe their child is sick or they're handling a personal emergency. Life happens as well. So the third is burnout and fatigue. And oftentimes, I'm sick is just code for I'm exhausted. And it's common, especially in demanding jobs. The fourth is transportation problems. Cars break down, tires go flat, buses run late. While some of this can be addressed during hiring, for example, you might want to make it a job requirement that they have reliable transportation. Sometimes it's just bad luck. And the fifth, which is the most important, is low morale or job dissatisfaction. Now, this is the big one. When employees feel unappreciated or disconnected, everything else is amplified, right? Burnout feels heavier. Transportation problems seem insurmountable. They might even hope for a reason not to come in. So let's focus on morale. Low morale doesn't just cause call outs, it makes every other problem worse. So how do we fix it? By building a company culture that keeps employees happy, engaged, motivated to show up. Right? So when morale is low, employees feel unseen, family is more important than work, burnout rises, and the flat tire situation, it turns into a sorry, I can't make it. So let's start with the essentials, right? Let's start with some basic strategies to help prevent call outs from happening. The first is to pay a living wage. People need a real reason to get out of bed and work for you. If you want employees who are excited to show up, make sure you're bidding your jobs accurately so you can pay them what they deserve, right? The bidding is the first part, right? Because if you're not charging your customers enough, you're not going to have the cash flow to pay your employees what the job requires and demands, right? Next, you want to set clear expectations. Employees need to know how attendance policies work, how many call outs are acceptable, what the consequences are for frequent absences as well, right? The next strategy is to offer paid time off. Depending on your state, you might be required to offer paid sick leave for full-time employees, but even beyond legal obligations, offering PTO shows your employees you value their well-being. It also gives them reason to plan ahead, right? If you're offering paid time off and you require that they give you at least a week or 2 weeks notice, whatever your time frame is, they're then encouraged to let you know in advance that they won't be in, and then you won't have to scramble last minute trying to replace an employee in a facility. The fourth strategy in the basics category is to make resources accessible. Have you personally ever worked a job where you couldn't find the tools or information you needed? It's really frustrating, right? So create a hub where training materials and policies are easy to find. Lost employees equal unhappy employees. And some hubs that you can use, Google Drive is a great place to create a folder of documents, videos, any training resources. You can even use QR stickers or scans in like janitorial closets or on cleaning carts to direct people to this Google Drive folder to make it easy to access these documents. And you can use QR Monkey, which is completely free, or Canva to generate QRs for free as well. Yeah, and this is a great way to make resources accessible, even if they're not physically there. Um, Under the basic section, I also wanted to just cover some strategies for what to do when employees do call out, because it is inevitable and you need to have a strategy and a backup plan when it does happen. So the first is to maintain an on-call pool of employees. So you want to build a roster of part-time or on-call staff who are trained and ready to step in when needed. Now, if you're really small, this might be family, right? Because a lot of cleaning businesses, they are family owned and operated. And so having a family member who's willing to step in if needed is really essential here. And it's going to help you out a lot. You might want to offer incentives like a small bonus for filling in on short notice as well. That way people feel encouraged to do it when they need to. The second is to cross-train employees, right? So if you have a team and you have multiple people cleaning one facility, you want to make sure that everyone is trained on all of the roles. That way they can step in for someone if they don't show up. And then the third is to utilize a scheduling software. So invest in a tool that allows you to quickly notify and fill gaps in schedules. And you can use platforms like Orange QC, which we use and love when I work, or any HR platform that allows you to message. You could even have just like a text group message with your team, or use a communication tool like WhatsApp or Slack that allows you to send like a big group blast out to everyone, letting them know that a shift needs to be covered. Um, yes, and so all of these things, having these in place will help you in the event that an employee calls out. So now let's take it a step further beyond the basics and let's talk about culture, right? So now um, let's move into what makes employees want to stay and want to show up and not call out. So the first is to check in regularly, and this might seem kind of like a no-brainer, but I think to a lot of people they miss this part. And here's another story for you. I remember working at a retail job where I never saw my boss, right? I was trained, I had been there for a while, but there were no meetings, no check-ins, nothing. So I started to feel like I didn't matter. And honestly, I checked out at that point. So in your business, you don't want to let that happen. even if you're not on the cleaning crew yourself, which that's the point of being the owner of your building or owner of your business, right? You want to get to a point where you're hiring employees to do the cleaning. Even if you're not on the cleaning crew, you still want to have an active presence. And this is how. So you want to host team Zoom calls or in-person meetings at least twice a month. That's the minimum. You also want to stop by your accounts for quality checks and to build relationships with your team. If you're not stopping by already to do quality checks, you should be. And in the process, you can use this as an opportunity to do some retraining, but also to just talk to your employees, get to know them better, build rapport, build relationships so that you can build trust with them. You can also schedule one-on-one check-ins to address individual concerns and goals. When employees feel seen and heard, they're more likely to show up and give their best. The second strategy is to recognize and celebrate achievements. People want to feel appreciated. It's as simple as that. So celebrate wins in meetings or newsletters, and these newsletters can go out via email. And you want to offer small rewards, whether it's gift cards, company swag, or even shout outs in group chat for great work. A trick with gift cards, if you have a company credit card that generates points, you can actually use those points to buy gift cards so that you're not paying for them out of pocket. And you can use those as incentives. These can be valued at anywhere from $10 to like $25, right? Something small. And you want to reward great attendance, right? So if the thing you're trying to mitigate is call outs, you want to give rewards for people who aren't calling out so that you're reinforcing the good behavior that you want to see. The third strategy is to provide opportunities for growth. So let me tell you another story. At one of my early jobs, it started to feel unmotivated. Why? Because there was no opportunity to grow. I wasn't being given more responsibility. I wasn't learning new skills, and I didn't feel like anyone cared about my future at the company. So don't let your employees feel this way. You want to share resources like podcasts or articles that show you're invested in their growth. This is as simple as like, hey, I watched this podcast on cleaning techniques or customer support techniques or how to be a great supervisor. And I think that our team will really benefit from this. Please watch it. And then when we have our meeting, we'll discuss it further. You also want to create clear paths for advancement. So whether it's moving into a supervisory role or taking on more responsibility or working at a higher paying account, this helps them to see a future with your company. So if you have higher level accounts like medical facilities that are maybe paying more and the stakes are higher, right? Because they have a higher level of compliance that you need to achieve, you might reserve those for your high achieving employees, the ones that do really well, and then move them into those accounts so that they have more opportunity for pay. Because if the account is paying you more, then you have more to pay your employees. So that's a way to create levels in which your employees can work up toward. So creating a supportive company culture isn't just about reducing call outs. It's about building a team that feels valued, seen, and motivated to succeed. When your employees are happy, they show up. When they feel appreciated, they give their best. And when they see a future with your company, they stick around. So that's it for the presentation. I want to open it up to questions. So let me go here into the chat and see if I have any questions. Sebastian, it's you and I. So if you have any questions in the chat, let me know. I'm going to go ahead and invite you as a speaker. If you want to get on camera and we can talk, go ahead and accept. If not, you can decline and put a message to the chat. If I don't get anything within the next minute or so, we're going to end it here. While I wait, I also just want to reiterate that these group coaching sessions are available in the replay section after the fact. So if there's something that you liked or you missed and you want to go back and look at it, you can go ahead and take a look. Hey, Sebastian.
Hi. Sorry, I'm driving, so I cannot.
Oh, no worries, no worries.
But yeah, no, it's a great topic that you have. So yeah, everything that you said is it's right. So that way you keep your people motivated, and then also because call out in our industry, it's it's kind of hard. It's kind of
Yeah.
like yeah, like like you keep a good relationship with the staff, you're good. Like right now, I just got a quick example that they remodeled new building where we're working, and then the manager of the facility called me the last minute. Oh, I need two more people. He already asked me for four,
Oh, wow.
us for two. So as I have a good relationship with them, I call them and they say, yeah, it's a Saturday tomorrow, and they will go. So yeah, it's a great. That's I joined you guys because I see what you guys do and everything you do. I see you, see Craig, I see Matt, and I see everything you guys do. So that's why I would like to be part of you guys, and I'm so happy that that I get advice from you guys. So yeah, so like I say, sometimes I'm driving, I cannot, but I will make sure that every Friday I be on time because everything that you guys, so far everything that you guys are. So I'm new with you guys, but everything that I have learned with you guys is being successful. It's been working good. So I'm happy, and like I said, I don't have many questions on this topic. Actually, it's a great, but not many questions regarding. So
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing your experience and your story, and I appreciate you joining, and we're happy to have you in this space. I'm curious what strategies do you use yourself? They could have been mentioned already in the presentation to keep your employees motivated.
oh well, we have a good relationship with them. Like
Yeah.
you say, we have our PTO. We give them chance like when like everything they need that I can do, I do it. I do it for them.
Hmm.
Sometimes last minute, oh, we gotta get covered here, so I make sure, and then so that's why I'm always there for them. So that's why when I need something, like we got good people, we have good relationship. Everybody has my number, everybody knows me, everybody. So I like the team I have. So because at the beginning, that's what we sat down and we told them, the employee handbook and everything that. So if it's not working for them, and they gotta go. But now, the people who is with us, they know how we work, and then everything they need that we can do it for them, we will do it. So we want the same. We want respect in our job because I cannot be everywhere. So they know that their their manager from the facility, their eyes are on us. So we have to make sure, and then that's how we keep it. Like we buy the lunch sometimes. We do this. We do things for them. It's not like just okay, just work for your salary and that's it. So I'm trying to keep them happy with either buy the lunch or like gift cards, other things like oh my mom is coming. Oh, I need it. Okay, fine. And then if we find a way to work with them. So
Yeah, and I love that. That's one thing I didn't mention, but that we do at Octo Queen too, the paid team lunches and events too, having maybe like a Christmas party or getting together to meet regularly. That's always good, having team builders too.
yeah,
Yeah, so really great. Again, I'm glad that you joined and you came on, even though this is an area that you seem to be really good at, but we appreciate you being here. Next week, Greg is going to be getting on and he's going to be speaking about security issues and what to do when your customer accuses you of theft. So if that interests you, hopefully Greg will see you there. I'm going to go ahead and close out this session, but thanks for joining. We'll see you next time.
thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.
You too. Bye.